Hi everybody! Happy, what is it, Saturday? Saturday. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to H2R on Sacred Icon, where we are making great progress. Good to see you all again. So we are here at the plug launch encounter where I am finally and formally giving the Enforcer the attention it needs and lots of polishing glow-ups, which we're going to go into as we start here. I've already got the level design completed for the first batch of new areas. I also finished the Hall B encounter here, which we'll actually start with this encounter because I did some fun stuff with the AI scene here. Going into the plug launch encounter where I can show off some of the fun stuff that I did with the Enforcer. Do that in tag test actually, so I can make core saves if I need to. So yeah, we are making really great progress through this mission. I'm super excited, and today we are diving into a bunch of the glow-ups that I've made to the Enforcer, both gameplay and like visual effects wise. Most key of which is if I place an Enforcer in here, you might notice that it can actually look around with its shield and guns now. I don't believe it could do that in vanilla. Like, it can look up and down to aim at you. Watch. Wow, look at that. So unless I'm mistaken and I somehow fucked this up at some point, it could not do this at all in vanilla. And that was because the blend screen that is supposed to be linked to its looking up and down animation was not linked properly. I don't know if Bungie just like forgot to do that, so it couldn't look up and down, but now it can. So that's the first like sort of basic glow up that we've given this guy. Let me turn down my tools here because it's kind of loud. Who made the new animations? This is not a new animation. This is in the vanilla game. It just doesn't work because Bungie didn't link the blend screen to the animation. But now it actually works. Now it can actually aim at you. Up and down, and to the side. That makes it a little more lively. We're gonna show off some other stuff that I've been doing along with Echo. Echo's animation work to make the Enforcer a lot more lively and interesting to fight. Link the blend screen to the animation. There's a drop down in the animation block. For that animation, you just select the blend screen that already exists. And that was it. That was all it took to get it to look up and down, left and right properly. Okay. Let's go into the encounter leading into the first Enforcer place. I've not touched up the encounter scripting itself yet. That'll be something I do after the Enforcer is mostly predominantly complete. So we'll teleport to Hall B. And this is basically where the new section spits us out. This is where all the new level designs, the new level design spits you out. I'll be right back. Someone needs me. Sorry to disappoint all the chair fans, but I am back. Dog got out. Anyway. I'm mindful. Good to see ya. Redid this scene to play more consistently.
More bad things! Arbiter!
I don't know what it is with Halo 2's AI scenes, but Bungie has them like playing so inconsistently, like half the time they don't even activate properly. And that was especially evident on this mission. Here we have our variant of the Sentinel that can bite you. Once again. Get over it, you're fine. Yeah, that is a grunt heavy. Alright, now we're gonna show off the glow-ups that I made to the Enforcer. Of all shapes and sizes. Let me make a core save here. Indeed, Vitocrol. I thought it was a cut animation, but when I found out that it didn't exist in the game, I had Echo recreate it.
You've reached the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it.
You can already see the Enforcer is a lot more lively with that fixed animation.
It's useless to attack an Enforcer from the front, especially when their shields are up. Stay in the shadows, weaken the Loops' influence, then strike the
Okay, first of all, let me get rid of these fucking emitters here because they literally ruin the encounter, and I'm gonna redesign the encounter so they don't activate like immediately. So you can actually pay attention and learn about the Enforcer instead of immediately getting distracted with these fuckers ruining everything. Get rid of this shit. Oh, what is that? Bro, or bird, donated $3.46. Thank you. Oh, my plasma pistol is simultaneously out of ammo and has infinite ammo. Get out of here. Fuck off. Okay, they're all destroyed. Let me turn off my cheats. Alright, so I did a big polishing pass to the Enforcer's general balancing and like damage destruction mechanics yesterday. So instead of like the Enforcer won't take that much damage directly to the hull from standard small arms, but it will take lots of damage with each part of it that you destroy, in which I had Echo give it some hard ping animations to reflect that amount of damage that you're dealing to it. Added some visual telegraphing so you can tell which weapon it's using. If it's flashing on its back, then it's firing some rockets. If it has these lens flares on the front, then it is firing the Sentinel Needler at you. I haven't rebalanced its boost speed yet to account for the changes to its movement properties, so it's gonna be zooming every now and then for a second here. And if you didn't know, you can destroy its weapons like this, even in vanilla, and that'll stop it from using it. You can also destroy its shield generators, which will obviously destroy the shields from recharging, stop them from recharging. There we go. So now I can only fire one of its things here. I still need to rebalance its needler weapon. I haven't gotten to tuning that yet. But yeah, I felt like the most fun way to fighting the Sentinel Enforcers, rather than just dumping everything you have into it, would be tearing it apart piece by piece and seeing the effects of all of your sort of damage that it has on it. Yeah, it is not supposed to zoom like that. I haven't retuned its boosting speed yet. Once you've destroyed its needler weapons, it'll have no choice but to use its grenade launcher weapons, but you can actually destroy those too. It's on its back here. And we're gonna add a bunch of visual effects to destroying its various parts here. Now, it is pretty much defenseless. It can't hurt us at all. And by that point, it's pretty close to death. But let me show you something else you can do. Those hard pings do so much to give it much more life to fight. If I can get close to it here. Oh, fuck off. Get over here. I need to redo its fucking AI positioning as well, so it gives you clear opportunities. Come here. You slippery motherfucker. Get over here. Don't make me activate my jetpack cheats. There we go. You can board the Enforcer. And then you can plant it with a grenade after you do enough damage. Don't ask me why you went up that high. There's something funky going on with the fucking device machine here. I'll figure that out. But yeah, you can board the Enforcer now. It'll take more than one grenade to kill it, too. Yeah, so lots of different ways you can take to killing it. Like what order of the parts you destroy first, This Grunt Heavy is going to be very important in this fight because he can do the Plasma Pistol Overcharge, which will really help you with getting past his shield. Yeah, destroyed one weapon, now he's only firing one. I did also make it so he takes extra damage when shooting his eye as well. We're going to add a bunch of damage, destruction, permutations, and transitions to all of the parts that you can destroy on the stream. Thank you, buddy. Alright, so that is our mission statement for today's stream. I'm still working on my morning coffee, believe it or not. We're gonna have our little guinea pig here to help me out. He needs to be blind and brain dead. Make it blind by destroying the eye? I don't think so. I could probably script something like that, but it'd probably be too OP. Working on some flood areas in the stream? No. We have our work cut out for us with the enforcer. Make you blind and deaf so you're not shooting at me. Okay, so it already has damage and destruction transitions for a lot of its parts, but we're gonna add even more. I think the first one I want to work on is destroying its shield generators. Add some, make those sparking effects blue, for example, and adding a sound to destroying those parts. Alright, so let's dive into the Enforcer's model tag here. Working on other Enforcer variants? Negative. This guy alone is enough to fill out 2 missions. We do not need any more Enforcer variants. Quality over quantity, I say. Shield generator destroyed. Okay, first thing we're going to do is add a sound to this destruction effect. I also want to give the Enforcer a glorious explosion death when it dies. Let's see. Vehicles. Damage effects. Cov damage. What does cov damage medium sound like? Yeah. Sorry, that's loud. Let me turn Gorilla down. Okay, probably not that loud. Let's go with small. Cup damage small. There we go. I don't know why they don't have a sound attached already to a lot of the Enforcer's destruction effects. They just sort of plop off without any sort of sound. It's like dismantling a Barbie doll. Okay. Now I would like to basically just turn those sparks blue since they're shield generators. See, is it this one? No. I think. Oh, it's we need to look at the permutation, not the transition effect. Firm destroyed spark. Hostile Marines on this mission? Yep, we worked on them on the last stream. You didn't know Gorilla had a dark mode? It doesn't. I basically injected a fucking Discord theme into my entire computer just so I could have dark mode on the mod tools because I was fucking, my eyes were hurting after a full day's work of working on this stupid game. Okay, that works for that. I think those can stay orange. I just want more of these. There we go. Can you shut up? Jesus. I'm gonna address that somehow. That annoys me so much. The stupid sound effects that these play when these collide with the gondola. It's not like that when it collides with the regular BSP, it's only with the gondola for some reason. Okay, now... the damage permutations on these are fine, but that shouldn't be blue. Right arm. Should be its right arm. Destroyed spark. Arm destroyed spark. Right, effects, objects, characters, enforcer, arm destroyed spark arms. I'm gonna call this one. Okay, that one's just gonna stay blue. Or orange. Why does the right arm not have a permutation for being destroyed? Is it because I'm on the no shield variant? Ah. Hold on, I need to make this the parent variant. I need to make this use its parent variant so I'm not working with different things for no reason. Parent variant enforcer. There we go. Don't look at me. I didn't give you permission to look at me. Alright, let's turn that emission rate back down. Okay, now we need to attach a sound to that transition as well. A cut enforcer encounter from Uncut? What? Where is that? Where would that be? In one of the conduit areas? I feel like I remember what you're talking about, but I would be shocked if that were actually an intended encounter and just something that they were placed the enforcer there in testing and just forgot to delete. That would be a terrible introduction for the enforcer. Of damage small. Oh, the conduit area with the flood. Yeah, that would still be a really bad place to have an enforcer. Maybe it existed there on a prior version of the BSP that wasn't so tight. Who knows? Oh, I also need to give sounds to the medium, or sounds and effects to the medium damage transitions, for when it's slightly damaged but not destroyed yet. Shut up! God damn. Hold on. Sound class set gain objects impact 0 0. Thank you. No, I said shut up. Object impacts. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that doesn't also mute this. Okay, good. Yeah, Bio, you didn't see we could board the enforcer now? Don't ask what this weird fucking glitch is here. I don't know what this is. It's some weirdness going on with the gondola down below. I'll look into that. Glitched so hard that he went through the wall and outside the BSP. And for some reason that also makes the gondola itself lose collision. That's just wonderful. Yeah, he does some fucked up shit with the physics engine whenever you not even when you board him, it's like when you get into a vehicle when you're in this room, and that also makes the jump height in this room really fucked up as well. Something's going wrong with the physics engine when you do certain things in here, and I don't know what it is yet. I need to give some sounds to destroying its legs as well, which I think we might use the stronger destruction sound for that. Same glitch as when the Spec Ops commander gets attacked by infection forms? I'm not sure. It's like it affects the physics of the entire room somehow. The infection forms making him launch into the stratosphere is because of their instant acceleration, like being applied every tick or something. So the game just doesn't know what to do with them other than send them straight up. Of damage medium. Nice, that's so much better. Now we need to give some damage. Well, we need to give a damage transition effect to destroying the rockets on back in general, because at the moment they literally don't have anything. Let me just copy one of these. Get something in here. Transmedium thruster destroyed. I wonder if I should also deal some, make it explode if you destroy the rockets on back, because they're harder to get to because they're behind him. So I feel like maybe destroying these should apply more damage than the other parts, but we'll see. The Enforcer doesn't have any garbage crates for its rockets, does he? All main eye, shield gen, thruster. No. Okay. And then that'll go on, yeah, replace. Something cool about the Enforcer is that Bungie had a hard-coded style applied to the Enforcer, to where he will dynamically switch between using his needler and rockets, depending on... He'll switch to using his rockets if you're in cover, so he uses them to flush you out, and he also uses his rockets against vehicles automatically. Come on, you piece of shit. There we go. Is not coming out of the right location. I love working with Halo 2's damage sections. They always make so much sense to me and work exactly as you'd expect. I think the Halo's damage section system has got to be like the most esoteric part of working with Halo's gameplay engine. I don't think there's anyone out there other than Bungie who fully understands any of the how the damage sections function in like any of the games. There's just like so much guesswork involved with what each function does. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's the rocket node? Well, the rockets probably don't have their own node because they're... Are they their weapons? Have their own... use their own model there? I don't know. I can probably just use the main body's node, because they don't move independently of the body anyway. Okay. Render model markers true. Let's go. Alright, let's see this shit. The operation begins. Use the whole target as a starting point. Alright, move you back. Where's my marker? There you are. You up here. Okay, that's where it needs to be. Duplicate this shit. Right, rocket destroyed. Okay, please work with me here. Ugh, YouTube chat did that thing again where it freezes on me. Sorry. Right, you left rocket destroyed, you right rocket destroyed. Work. Command you to work. Thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it? I feel like I do want to play around with the idea of having these explode, and also I had the idea earlier that maybe you should, since considering like how slow the Enforcer's rockets move, maybe you should be able to like shoot them out of the air. That could be fun. I'll look into that after I get this all up and going. Yeah, I kind of want to make these explode, do more damage. Could probably just attach a damage effect, an extra damage effect to here. So it basically does double the damage that it usually does when you destroy a part, which is how I made it work. Most of the damage that you do to the Enforcer now is going to come from the damage it receives when you break off a part of it, rather than damage that you're directly dealing to it. Unless you're using something like a heavy weapon like a rocket launcher, a scorpion tank, or like a heavy machine gun. Let me duplicate this. Forcer rocket. Destruction. Okay, currently it deals 350 points of damage when you break off a part of it. Let's make this deal 150 extra. Actually, instead of having it in here, probably make more sense to put it in the transition damage here and just make that do whatever damage that I'm thinking of. So 500 damage for destroying the rockets. And I currently set the Enforcer to have 2,000 points of health in total. Now, let me give this a bigger explosion effect to start off with. Let's increase the size of the explosion here. Also have some bigger sparks as well. And I also had the idea of having smokestacks billow out from the back of it when it's destroyed as well. Instead of having more sparks, instead of having bigger sparks, let's have more sparks and let's have them fly up into the air. In a linear direction. So, sprayer, and then direction, pitch, 90 degrees. Let's see. Is that in the right? What direction they're coming out on. Not the right direction. There we go. Ah! Okay, mission radius 0.05 world units. Mission angle, difference of 15 degrees. There we go, that's more what I was thinking. Let's have it have a much longer lifespan though. Cool. Make the object smaller. Nice. Give him a greater difference in particle velocity. Also a greater difference in emission angle. If I could also do, let me also do a fun thing. I've never done this kind of thing here before. Let's give him like a flashing property, just because we can. Jitter frequency of 5. are these sparks not affected by color or brightness? I guess not. Could potentially want to use a different particle though, other than that. Sparks animated soft. Let's go effects. Generic, sparks. Sparks animated fiery, let's try that. Yeah, I'd like the looks of those more. Let's give a greater amount of variation in the size that they can have as well. There we go, I like that. Okay, let's... What does this flash look like? Let me play around with its lifespan. Okay, so that can stay about at 2.5 to 2.5.25. Lifespan. Then I'm going to add a flash H generic. Let's add a generic, a smoke. Let's see, smoke, fiery. Okay, and then decrease the size of that. This is how Halo 2's particle system works. 0.5 to 0.25. Emission radius, 0.1 world units. Mission shape, globe. Have that much longer lifespan. There we go. Adjust its alpha to fade out more slowly over time. There we go. Make the randomness work properly. Okay, angular velocity, let's skip its randomness to its rotation. Particle velocity, let's make it not go as fast. Okay, let's make them emit more as well. Let's lower the lifespan some more. Okay. And then, let's have the size also increase over time. Let's change this to a spline graph. That increase over time more slowly. There we go, that looks starting to look natural. Let's also have it increase in size a lot more time. Gold Sentinels and Enforcers? I don't know about Enforcers, but yeah, Gold Sentinels are on my to-do list. I had them in the original version of H3R. Oh, you know what? I need to set the coordinate system of this guy to parent so the effect stays with the Enforcer rather than just staying where it is. You know what might also be a good idea is having this play for a small amount of time instead of just one and done. So let's have this effect stay with the Enforcer. Okay, so if I do that, I need to turn down the emission rate of these a lot to accommodate that. So I feel like if I do that, I can actually justify having them not parented to the object. Slow down the angular velocity here. Maybe I should still parent it to the enforcer. For some reason, the particle size not working properly. There we go. Particle random was making it not work. So let me now duplicate this. Smoke Fiery and add another component to this, which will be, let's see. Should be like a dirty kind of smoke. What am I thinking of? I don't know. We'll go with Smoke Fiery Small. That'll give it a little bit of a bright flash backing to help it all blend together. We also have this Smoke Fiery render behind the Smoke Fiery Small. This renders behind Smoke Fiery Small, and this renders behind the Flash. Maybe I should duplicate this and have a version that is not parented to the object. Yeah, I think I made that too small though. And then this probably needs a lens flare attached to it as well. Let's see, let's use the rocket launcher's explosion lens flare. Effects, weapons, support high, rocket launcher, rocket explosion, not light. Or maybe I should have it use its explosion. Let's see. Maybe. Let's just have it use its lens flare, rocket detonation. And then let me add another component to this that renders behind everything else. That is going to be some smoke. Effects, generic, smoke, smoke. Volumetric. Let's have its color work like this. Also, I need to increase the lifespan. Oh yeah, I need to give these like explosion physics as well. Particle physics, smoke explosion, explosion, explosion. Explosion. Okay, now for this. Have its color will work like this. Starts out fiery orange and then turns dark. Okay, and this will not be parented to the dude. This will be emitted in one singular direction. An angle of 5 degrees. Zoom it in the right direction as well. Okay. Nice. Now that needs to have some more randomness to its alpha. Some more randomness to its lifespan. Make that reach its final size much faster. let me turn down the emission rate for this and then duplicate this and make a version that stays with the enforcer. Nice, so there's a bit of a trail going on. Okay, I like that. Let me up the emission rate of the sparks. Oh, it's like fireworks. Awesome. I'll give that a permanent, like, smokestack coming out from behind it. Now let me play around with the idea of being able to shoot the rockets out of the air, considering how slowly they move. Enforcer, weapons, rockets, projectile. Let's see, this uses the rocket launcher's model, so I'll need to make a duplicate, make a copy of the model here. Let's see, rocket launcher, projectile, rocket, model. Back to the enforcer's directory. Weapons, rockets, rocket model. Okay. Now let's make this destructible. Let's see, new damage info. Let's go default material on this. Could go like hard, metal, thin, human or something. Its health doesn't particularly matter. Or not human, hard, metal, thin, forerunner. Alright, hard, metal, thin, forerunner. It doesn't have a collision model, so that can't work. Oh. I would need to make a collision model for this. But what I can do, can I like cheese it by doing something stupid like using one of the grenades collision models? I doubt the game will accept that, but let's try. Vitality of 1. Then Alpha 9 show up in H3R? I don't know. I haven't given much thought to that yet. Juggernaut appear in H3R? Nope. We have the flood tank, which is much more flexible in how you can use it. Will Master Chief be in Halo 2? Now there's the viewer who's asking the important questions. Okay, I seriously doubt the game will let me do that, but let's see. We'll probably just say, failed to create object foreigner enforcer rocket. I can not blind while I'm at it. Let me just spawn the plug launch enforcer. Alright, show me what you got. Oh, still spawns them. Let's see if I can shoot them. I also make myself invincible in the process so I'm not dying. Give me a gun with a faster projectile, please. Magnum. I think so, BioGoji. I think that's the most likely thing I'm gonna do. Let me make their projectiles like extra slow just so I can test this. Oh, he's shy. Oh no, the rockets have erectile dysfunction. I didn't see that coming. I need to turn down the air gravity scale, like 0.1. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. I kind of want to just change the model to use the frag grenade just so I can test if this is viable at all. Hold on. Collision model, frag grenade. Material, hard metal thin human weapon. Glowstone. Get away! Shoot your rockets at me. Hitting it at least? Can't tell if I'm actually hitting it. I don't know. Let me just change its model to that of the frag grenade, which will actually have proper collision. Just so I can test this. It's not like Halo 3 where the rocket launcher, I think, does have a proper collision model tag. Oh no, here they come! Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to fucking set up the damage section properly. Grenade absorbs body damage, instant response when it dies, destroy object. Okay. He's just dropping grenades. Halo Gaming. I can't even see them. I think it works. Okay, yeah, that works. Let me go back to using the rocket tag, the rocket model. Right, damage section. Destroy object. And just like that. Invalid damage section. Oh. Set damage section here properly. So I would need to have this use its own collision model in order for that to work. Okay, well, we'll put that idea on the back burner for now then. I think that would still be a cool idea. still need to further fine-tune the effect there. Nice. That is a nice explosion effect. Okay, what else I need to add sounds to? The Eye, of course. The Eye of Madness. Main Eye. Destroyed. Why does this use the shield generator destruction transition? Well, I guess the crate kind of resembles the Eye, so that can work. That can stay like that, I guess. I kind of want to have him release some kind of, like, I don't know, like some kind of plasma goop when you destroy his eye. Kind of like how the Scarab drools after it fires. Kind of want to do something similar with him, with the Enforcer, when you destroy the eye, and also when you destroy him. I don't know, a bunch of like plasma goop comes flying out. Objects, characters, Sentinel Enforcer, Trans Shield Gen destroyed, Trans Eye destroyed. Let's not have that be a duration of 0.1 seconds because that'll create multiple crates. Have that, have the crate spawning thing play, and wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's have those sparks. That's how those sparks live on for longer. It's their size as well. Need to change this guy to the shieldless variant. Use this sprayer. No shields. No bitches. No bitches for you. Right now, let's copy the sparks here. Let's play around with the idea of having that be like goop, energy goop. Solids. Let's see, blood. Blood clumps. Is there a non-glowing version? Is there a glowing version of this? See, I can't even see them. Effects, particle physics, blood spray. There it is. Okay, that needs to be, like, lit up. What is the... Isn't there a blood particle that is properly lit up? What am I thinking of? Unlit. Yeah, where is this? Effects, generic. Solids, impact burst, unlit. Impact clumps, unlit. Ah! That is giant. Let's tone that down. There we go, that's more reasonable. So I need to make this, I want to make this look like actual plasma. Like plasma, not just like blood. That looks a little more appropriate. Make you feel like you do an extra damage by shooting at his eye. Not sure what color it should be though. Something very artificial looking. Let's see here. Green? Like it should probably be some kind of blue. Needs to be like highly saturated as well, so it looks artificial. I feel like highly cyan is what I want to go with. Kind of like what the color of the scarab's drool is. Are you planning on creating a weapon that allows us to shoot the Enforcer's rockets? Pick up the Enforcer's weapons? Not by as part of the main sandbox. Adding the Sentinel Needler, the Charge Bolt, and the rockets would bloat this mission's weapon roster to hell and back. So many similar looking weapons as well. When I'd rather just focus on the Eliminator Beam. What could probably look good is if I mix green and blue. Yeah, okay. Let me get a weapon that has less obstructive material effects. in addition to those particles, I need to add some blood clumps. This does not benefit as much from having a color variation. Hey, I like the way that looks. When will demo comes out? I don't currently have plans for a demo, but it's not off the table. Demo would also eat up a lot of my time. Keep in mind. When will be the release? No telling. Sorry. Okay. Might end up changing my mind on the energy goop later, but I'll just keep that for now. Do want to try adding that sort of glowing blood to its main destruction as well. Now, what I want to do in particular is to its eyes damage permutation, I want to add, like, have it drooling that goop. I destroyed Eric. Any enduring maxims or design philosophies you keep at hand for balancing Halo games? Oh, I go into all that sort of stuff in my design series that I have on my channel. Currently, there are 5 episodes. Thank you, Kendra. What was I doing? Right, getting the eye to bleed. God, look at all this crap. Let's clean this up. Okay, this needs to loop. If, ideal. That is not looping. I need to have a proper marker for that. Damn you. Render, model, markers. Oh, for fuck's sake. Need to make a new marker for this too? Ay, ay, ay. Head. Node index. 0. Get up here. There you go. Johnson Enforcer. Zealot Enforcer. Hi there, Luna. There's my looping effect game. You're killing me. Oh, you are killing the game. What is the matter with you? Hi, Beethovenus. I can't even see the effect at all. This is just not showing up. Yeah, this effect just does not want to show up no matter what. Okay, so instead of dealing with this stupid bullshit, what we can do is instead go to the transition effect instead and just put what I want in there since that is showing up. Yeah, let's just have this effect here go on for like 100 seconds. See, there we go. I can just use this. I do want to change the sparks to be blue. Whichever one of these sparks that is. we go. That de-renders from really short distance. Let's tune that up a bit. Is it blinded when you destroy the eye? No. I don't think that's an engine function, unless I were to do some hacky scripting stuff. It does do extra damage, though, when you destroy it. And shoot it, as you would expect. Wondering if I should probably add some, special material effects. Like a plasma spray when you're shooting at the eye. If I want to keep going down that route. Okay, speaking of which, let's add the blood clumps. Go, that's what I was thinking. Now if I can just get the freaking randomness function to work properly. Alright, good enough. Yeah, that was the drooling effect that I was thinking of. Still need the randomness to work properly, though. All this garbage. He's crying. Who made the enforcer sad? He just got rejected on his first date. Sob. It'll be okay, buddy. That is a very unnatural looking color. I don't know, why is the freaking... Why is the emission rate going crazy depending on what I set it as? Like, why is the randomness all being controlled by the emission radius that it sets here? There are some parts of the Phalos particle system I just still do not understand. The randomness factor here is doing something really funky. By changing one thing, it changes something else. How much of Sacred Icon have I planned out so far? All of it. Start to finish. For some reason, changing the emission rate there also somehow changes the size. I don't understand how this is working, to be honest. What is that now, just like permanently altered for some reason? Oh, for fuck's sake, don't teleport me back to the beginning. Stupid Sapien. Somehow that also changed the size. Wait, how did this get changed to 0? What the fuck? There we go. Did the stream break? Okay, I'll leave that blood idea there for now. Lots of different ways to tear this boy a new one. Let me also increase the targeting priority of its eye, because it keeps going off target. Targeting relevance 1. Let me add a blood spray as well to this. Or a burst, impact burst. Thankfully, this effect just replays every time I change something. Wait, it's game speed 0.25. Need to see it. Can't quite see it. Okay, it's huge. Okay, it's facing the wrong direction. Let's fix that. Still facing the wrong direction. Still facing the wrong direction. What the fuck is wrong with you? Need to get rid of its physics so I can face the right direction. Yes, maybe. Still can't see it. Where is it? Or does it not show up if it doesn't have any physics? Okay, great. Enforcer is now yellowish kind of tone. That's just the lighting. And also the Enforcer is just like kind of brown tinted by default. Why can I not get you to face the right direction? It might be because of the particle physics that I'm using. Let me use explosion instead. There we go. It's facing downward because it was affected by gravity, I think. Okay, never mind. This one just forces it to face upward, I guess. Wait, hold on. Sprayer. Will you let me change the goddamn direction that this is going out of, please? Let's see, was there default particle physics? That's still affected by gravity, for fuck's sake. Fuck. Explosion. No gravity. That just makes it not render at all. Why does it not? Why does this particle not want to change their? There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, finally, got you facing the right direction. Hey, thank you, Zayn. I'm buying for the $10. Rename the tags to be spaghetti? Why is that? Okay, there we go. Nice. Got a nice impact spray effect. That's gory. What else? Need like damage per transitions for the medium damage that they can take. Shut up, Jesus. It is fun to tear these guys apart now. What next? I'd also like to add a damage permutation to its main hull. See how the physics in this room go fucking crazy whenever the game considers me in a vehicle? I'll have to look into that because that is crazy. Yeah, boarding the Enforcer makes the game think is technically considered like in a vehicle. That happens if I like place a turret down in here as well. Fuck it, why not a ghost? You see? What the fuck? I'm in the back rooms now. My friend's with me. Where they going? That is excessively silly. Let's spawn me back here. Maybe when I board the Enforcer, it's like melee. Its grapple impulse is activated, and so it's trying to grapple me while I'm on its back, and the physics engine just does not know how to deal with that. I'll have to look into that. That's crazy if that's true. He's trying to grapple himself. Now, one thing I want to do actually right away is like look at its look at its destruction effect. The fuck do you mean assertion failed? Get out of here. That's for tag test probably. Well, that was for Sapien? That was an assertion for Sapien. Oh, it reset all my window layouts. Great. That was an assertion for Sapien, but it didn't stop me from actually playing. That's interesting. I want to glow up its death effect. Get back over here, you stupid monkey program. I'm gonna replace all of my stuff. Okay, save, close Sapien so it saves my freaking layout. Also disable auto backups, because holy shit, that's an eyesore. Preferences, do not create backups, please. Okay, I think best way to test this would probably be to make a script that just kills it, so I can see its destruction effect over and over. So let's see. I do not even have my scripts open. All right. Test death. Alright, place the enforcer, wait 5 ticks, and then kill it. I'll also freaking garbage collect, so I'm not getting spammed with its garbage. Alright, AI kill enforcer. Okay, that should work well enough. What do you mean it's not a valid function or script name? Dipshit. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is it doing? Hello? Bitch? What the fuck, Sapien? What the fuck is it doing? Oh my god. Hello? What the fuck? What is it? What are the scripts? What is Sapien doing? Bro? Is it like failing to recompile, but the Sapien is also failing to tell me that it failed to recompile? Hold on. If it failed to recompile, then it shouldn't be able to run any scripts, right? Nope, the opening still works. What the fuck's your problem, Sapien? Literally do not understand. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is it doing? This one still works. Alright, what if I just slip in everything I want to into here? How are you gonna deal with that, huh? How you like them apples? No, it's just failing to recompile the scripts entirely. Did not reflect any of the changes I just made. Okay, you know what I think happened? It did that stupid bullshit where it's now using backup versions of the script resources. Man, I love these fucking tools. Alright. Close this shit, open the scenario tag. Sentinel walls. Navigate through all this garbage. Sentinel wall scenario. Down here. There's the fucking script resources. Block. I hate navigating the scenario tag. There's so much bullshit in it. Scenario resource. Yep, it's using the stupid fucking garbage backups that it makes that are non-functional because it had a fucking assertion and did a oopsie whoopsie shit itself. Yeah, resources. Master. Yeah, resources. Cinematic. Work, you stupid piece of shit. Editing kit. Meanwhile, get all this garbage out of the scenario directory. Rid of all these garbage, useless, empty backups that it spams the folder with. Recompile the fucking scripts, please. Thank you very much. Fuck you. Still does not want to recompile. Usually if it's recompiling successfully, it'll ask me if I want to save AI resources, so it is telling me it's successfully recompiling, but it's not actually. Just telling me what I want to hear, for fuck's sake. It's using the right AI resources tags. Using the right source files. Yeah, it's referencing my source file properly. Maybe it's because I had Sapien open while it was saving that. There we go. Thank you, for fuck's sakes. Stupid ass editing kit. Okay, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, we still back? Alright, now I can properly test its destruction effect. I kinda want to try giving it a wind up like the Phantom, but when I tried giving it a delay to its death, its destroyed body did not properly spawn, so I don't know about that. I do want to give it a much more satisfying explosion though. Let me slip into the freaking script to disable the object impacts, because that is annoying as fuck. Sound class set gain object impacts. I said shut the fuck up. Listen to me. Oh, for fuck's sake, why is that not working? Why does that work when I declare it in-game, but not? Okay, there we go. These garbage collect properly. And place you higher up as well. Okay. What sound is it currently using for when it gets destroyed? Trends hold destroyed. Human damage large. Okay, I want to try using this sound instead. Visual effects. Let's see, what is it? Mid-distance explosions. Or at least try using that in conjunction with the sound it was already using. Make it sound a little bit more energetic, sci-fi-y. I think we're getting all the sound effects of all of its damage sections breaking as well. Yeah. I like that. Okay, let's use that in conjunction with the one it was using before. Let's see, vehicles, damage effects, human, damage large. Also slip in the LOD version of that sound as well. Have us a nice beefy sound. Yeah, we're getting all of the destruction effects of all of its parts all at once. That's funny. I didn't actually expect that. All of the work that I did on all of the damage of all of its various parts are also making the final explosion of its death better as well. Does it currently have a lens flare? Because I would like it to. Doesn't look like it does. Let's see, let me grab the Phantom Explosions lens flare and then adjust it to fit with this dude. Objects, vehicle, Phantom, wherever I have its lens flare. Hi there, Madam Lava. Nice to see ya. They are working on the damage, destruction, transitions, and permutation effects for the Enforcer. See, this needs to be part of a light tag, doesn't it? If I'm going to control its stuff, and then the Enforcer Explosion should have a light attached to it anyway. Let's see, vehicles, Phantom Explosion. Woo! Okay. Where's that? As in lens flares. Change this to all be an appropriate color. Hi there, Mindful. Really? The Enforcer's textures are in the directory for Sentinel HQ? I'm not one to talk, considering I'm not... My directories aren't, like, orderly or sensible all the time either, but damn. Ah! Bring your sunglasses, folks. That is a radius of 45 to 30 world units. Let's tone that down a bit. That's a lot more reasonable. Oh, that is very pretty, actually. Sometimes all you need is a good lens flare. I like that. I have the no occlusion test set here for some reason. I need to change it, edit its occlusion radius. There we go, that makes sense. Using any of those Promethean unit types that got added in Halo 2? This ain't SPV3. The color of the explosion is not getting changed all here, but that's fine. Okay. To see what each of these components does again. That does that. now to make it let out a bunch of flood goop. Not flood goop, I don't know, plasma goop. See how that looks. If I do that, I'd probably need to also make a blood splatter decal for it. Kind of taking inspiration from the scarab explosion here. Let's see, impact clumps on lit. Enforcers in later levels, be really hard to fit them into Great Journey, but you never know. Probably be easy if I take the engineer's particle here and work with that. Let's see. So I made a similar effect with the engineer when you kill it. Need to find that. Blood Trails Engineer. Blood Collision Engineer. Yeah, although there can't be decals left on a device machine anyway, so kind of a lost cause, but whatever. This is gonna leave like the blue decals, I think, if it lands on the actual BSP geometry. Or does this version not leave decals? I think, yeah, this version doesn't leave decals, but I can use this anyway. Let's have this face up. much faster particle velocity. Hey, that's cool. I love that. Man, I need to have these freaking particles render even if you're not looking at them. Hold on. Yeah, I need to... These, all this stuff needs to be cinematics. Marked as cinematics so they actually render. Even if you're not looking at it. I think some of the damage destruction transitions also need to be set as cinematics so they render even if you're not looking. One of those needs to be the rockets for sure. At least the sparks need to be there. There we go. That is very important. Oh, lovely. I'm still wondering if I should have it emit decals though. The blood splatters. I also feel like the main explosion should also involve a lot of sparks on its own. Sparks, animated, fiery. Particle physics. Sparks explode. Okay. Set these to the right color. Smaller. All this destruction. That is glorious. Let's tone down the emission angle. Make a mechanic where you can swap weapons with allies without them having to leave the car? I'm not sure, but I would say no. Probably not possible. I love it. It's like it's raining whenever you kill an enforcer. I like that. Okay, let me experiment with having the versions of these particles that emit decals. Where was that? Let's see. Engineer. Viewing. Death. Blood trails. Oh, it must be to do with the particle physics. Let's see. Stones. These will impact the ground if I set it like that. There we go. I need to fix the color, but I like that. Alright, let's make the version of this just for the Enforcer. Where's the Engineer's blood? Solids. Blood trails Engineer. Alright, blood trails Enforcer. Open that up. Get the Engineer's blood splat effect. Carry that over the Enforcer. This Enforcer's blown so many loads today. Okay, now I need to change the color of all these stuff to match what the Enforcer has. Now for the decals. To make the Enforcer its own decal. Blood splats. Blood Engineer death decal. Blood Enforcer death decal. Yeah, I'm having fun with that and make it real fun to tear the Enforcer. Oh, we had a bit of a hitch there. It's there with OBS. Okay, I think that should be it. Yay! We'll need to adjust its color a bit. Needs to be like neon as well. It looks extra unnatural. Who squirted their Equate toothpaste all over my Forerunner architecture, damn it. Why does that amuse me so much? I think I have problems. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and make like a generic medium transition effect for when you midway damage a piece of the Enforcer. Let's make one that we can just use on all of them and then make a unique one depending on if we need it. So medium damage for this. Let's see, effects, objects, character, Enforcer, trans, medium, arm, I destroyed. Let's go with the arms transition effect. All right, trans, medium, trans, medium damage. We'll use the no crate. We use a sound, vehicles, damage effects of damage, tiny. Okay, we'll see how we'll put this on everything and see how it feels. Put this on the arm. Put it on the rocket. Shield generator. Thruster. Other arm. Rocket. Right shield generator. Right thruster. And I will give the hull its own medium transition effect. Alright. Let's move you back down here. Not work. Okay. Change the marker to there we go. Okay, should I manually set the marker that this is using? Hold on. Let me see if I can set it to use the right marker. L arm destroyed. There we go. Okay, so I have to set the marker for each one here. Enforcer is so complicated. The Enforcer is going to be so fun to fight after all those. All right. Favorite silly mod? Oh, I played what is it? What's the Covenant campaign that someone made for Halo CE called? That one was really fun and funny. It's on the workshop. Excellent. That's what I want to see. Awesome. That works for all of them as a generic sort of transition tag. I might make more unique ones for each part. That works for now. I love that blood squirt. Ripping this motherfucker apart. This is so glorious. Sillã§nMetalico campaign? I think so. I think it has you play as a jackal. Please, for the love of God, I need to put this set sound class thing into my main test script. The sounds are grating on me. Why is that still there? Why did that not get destroyed? That one got destroyed. Why is the left one not getting destroyed? Oh, I didn't set its parent variant. For the shieldless guy. Wonderful. Takes like very little damage from shooting the actual hull. You gotta target all of its appendages. Ah, I love the fireworks from that. Okay, let's playtest this guy on Legendary now. And tag test. An actual practical test. Also, while I do that, let me fucking just disable the scripts that have these freaking emitters spawning in sentinels like immediately in the fight and ruining all the fun. Just get rid of all the script. Just do not ever wake this script. This evil, horrible script. No, get out of here with that. I'll have sentinels spawning through the fight in the final version, but I just do not want them coming in immediately and distracting from the enforcer. Shooting the eye does more damage in general, or destroying the eye does more damage compared to shooting the other parts. I mean, I can make it disable some functions of the AI when you destroy a part, but there's nothing to like make it blind or anything. Inhibits walking, inhibits weapon attack, inhibits melee attack. Thank you, Yep Yap, for the $5. Enforcers be like a mini boss? That's what I'm aiming for. What kind of properties does the Enforcer have in relation to its grapple, if any? I don't think that's considered like a melee impulse. Oh, it does. Okay. Let's test this out. Well, the Enforcers. The Enforcers! They're our mini-boss. Alright, let's go back to Hall B. Show off that encounter again. This place is fucked up.
Big, scary thing! Run away! Please! No, make go back!
Yeah, the brutes fuck this place up. I need to see what kind of damage I have the Enforcer's Needler weapon due to the Jackal Shield. So you can bring it into the fight.
You've reached the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it in place.
Sup, dude?
It's useless to attack an enforcer from the front, especially when their shields are up. Stay in the shadows, wait till it loses interest, and strike the beast with its
I want to destroy one of its rockets. Yeah.
Very bad thing! Ow, ow, ow.
Ow, 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 ow. Nice. I feel like I still need to like decrease the amount of damage that standard arms do to its hull. I think I have its hull parented to hard metal thick at the moment. The main hull. Hard metal thick, Forerunner, Enforcer. Nope, it's used as a general armor. Okay, so let's see. Bullet slow. I think I have every weapon doing neutral damage to its hull at the moment, now that I look at it. Let me see. Just has a lot of health. Yeah. I think, oh, for any weapon that doesn't have, it's still parented to hard metal thick, so it should be doing plasma slow would do 0.1 damage to it. Okay. I'll keep it the same for now.
You've reached the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it in place.
I want to board him, if he'll let me.
It's useless to attack an enforcer from the front, especially when their shields are up. Stay in the shadows. Wait till it loses interest.
I also
Strike the beast when
gave its Needler weapon like a really give it a lot of knockback and added some sounds to its rocket launcher weapon when it's firing it. Still need to fix his boost as well.
Over there.
Bro, Newman. Newman.
Look out.
Come here, come here, come here. Get over here. Get over here. Probably still gonna glitch out when I board him, but I want to do it anyway. Ow, 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 ow. I made it so when he switches to his rockets, the lights on the rocket weapons on his back start flashing. No, come back.
Right down some dungeons. Be careful. Watch out.
Yes, yes. Takes more than one grenade as well. Where was my glorious destruction explosion effect? Game? Where was my death effect? You need to set these to expensive visibility. Why did the lens flare not show up?
Reach the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it in place. It's useless to attack it and force it from the front.
I don't know why it's telling me P to plant grenade when it's mouse 2 for me. Where's my explosion? Where's my lens flare? No. Where's my lens flare?
Reach the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it in place. It's useless to attack it and force it from the front, especially when their shields are up. Stay in the shadows.
Oh no! What happened to my lens
Strike
flare?
the beast when its back is turned.
Shows up there. Lens flare is not a particle though. It shouldn't get called out because of there are too many particles.
Trouble.
Because of the variant item set turn? Why can't I? Oh, I'm out of grenades. There. Is there some kind of like scripting going along with the enforcer here that might be inhibiting that?
You've reached the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it in place.
It doesn't show up there either. When I... Not showing up there either.
It's useless to attack it and force it from the front, especially when there's shields.
What the hell? But I feel like the scripts here are doing something funky to interfere with this.
Useless to attack an enforcer from the front.
Probably not, but...
Useless to attack an enforcer from the front.
See, it shows up there once the enforcer has actually died. I feel like the scripts are doing something stupid here. Yeah, it shows up on him properly after he's died once.
And strike the beast with...
There's some fuckery going on somewhere. It's like it doesn't work until a certain amount of time through the encounter after he's initially died.
And strike the beast when its back is turned.
That is weird. Working. Not working. Not working. This is like, I'm worried. Does it only work after Tartarus has started his dialogue?
Enforcer from the front, especially when their shields are up. Stay in the shadows. Wait till the beast is interest. And strike the beast when its back is turned.
Yeah, it's only working after an arbitrary, something arbitrary happens. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, ImaginArt, thank you for the $2. Alright, let's disable everything in this script except for placing the dude himself. Did I not just disable all your scripts? Why are you still talking to me? Hey, it played there. Why are you still talking? Shut up.
especially when their shields are up.
I rebuke you.
Reach the shield's power source, Arbiter.
Shut the fuck up.
Overload the locks holding it in place.
Okay, it's playing there.
It's useless to attack it.
What scripts is it running right now? Please tell me, I would love to know. Does none of these? Or is it just failing to recompile again because it's stupid like that? Hold on, I need to double check that the scripts are actually recompiling properly. Oh my god, what are you doing? It's fucking ugh. Why is it the script's not recompiling again? Oh my god, what is this stupid bullshit? Fuck. Not Delta Towers. Just gonna take a sweet time here for some reason. It's still not recompiling properly. Okay, now it is. I don't no idea why that happened while I still had Sapien open. That's cursed as hell. Okay, now he's all quiet. shutting his mouth like he should be. Fly me to the moon. Okay, well that works. Something in the scripts is interfering with the lens flare rendering somehow. I don't know how, but we'll figure that out. I wonder if the fact my jetpack cheat has anything to do with this fucking up. Might, maybe. Bad enforcer, that's a bad enforcer. Bad enforcer, no. No, you do not go on the carpet. Why is it telling me to engage my camouflage in this context? No, I'm not permanently disabling that piece of dialogue. It wasn't about the dialogue. It was about getting everything in that script not functional, so I could see if that was the cause of the lens flare not rendering. Down here. Get down here. I'm not gonna have enough grenades to actually board it with. I need more nades. I should probably adjust some of the enforcers, like accelerations when a part of it is blown off, to ground him instead of take him more upward. I wonder if it'd be a good idea to actually have his shooting his eye like shooting his eye bring him to the ground temporarily. I can make that happen. Where you going? Got you now. Got you right where I want you. Okay, somehow when disabling everything in the script, shit renders properly. So I guess we'll find out what it was as I rebuild this encounter. Ooh. I think this effect tag here is empty. Yeah, it's a transition for major damage to the hull is empty. I could replace that with something else. That Encounter's Enforcer isn't running like a command script or anything, is it? Doesn't look like it. I should have the Enforcer letting out smoke when its hull is past a certain damage threshold as well. But that'll do it for today's stream, guys. The work that we did today is gonna like make every encounter with the Enforcer like 5 times better, I think. The Enforcer is a lot more lively with more expressive animations. It has a lot more effects on its various parts that you shoot off. The way you fight it is a lot more interesting. The way it moves around is more interesting, and it can actually look up, down, and left and right at you. And I'll sort out all the goofiness regarding its like boosting properties and like ascending into the heavens when boarding it. Alright, so good night, guys. See you next week. If I had to guess where we're gonna be next week, I'm guessing I'm probably going to be working on the second batch of new areas for when the flood gets reintroduced. Gets reintroduced for the second time in Halo 2, so I have some fun stuff planned for that, but we'll see. Bye.